Well, geez, this finally happened. It only took me one remodeling. Well, it's still pretty hard-ish. It just helps with what I did. This probably took me about 5 to 6 hours to pull off. Sometimes here, you don't go enough or you go too far. It's pretty annoying. I don't even show up that power-up hut because, you know, why not? If I use the power-up from an earlier level, then, well, part of the level an earlier try, then fine, I'd go up. But this part I like to call the stage for those who cleared everything wannabe section but didn't pull it off very well, and it kind of gets annoying and stuff. But it's not like hard or anything. You can screw it up and hit a muncher and still be able to win. I've done it, but it's a very precise jump to pull off. That's not a very hard jump to pull off, but I thought it was when I first made the level, which is kind of weird, because it's not really hard. This section just kind of got... It was the one part where I could pull up very quickly. This message block used to be a little farther in the level, and I will show it to you, and it basically made the level almost impossible to get the... You see that's basically it in a nutshell, this platforming, but that's not too bad. I took the ice off that ledge because I find it too difficult with it. Now, all of this can be done with a power-up. I've done it before, but this section sometimes ends up being almost impossible to impossible, depending on what you do with it. And that time, actually, the button decided I regular jumped, even though I pressed the spin jump button, which is kind of unfortunate. You see that platform there? That is, I'm just gonna dodge it. Yeah, that wasn't there, so if you fell down, you were screwed. That's basically one of the hardest jumps in the game. Well, with ice, and that's where the sign used to be. So you'd usually press the button, and you're not pressing the button, but the message would come up. And yeah, it would cause you to throw the springboard or fall into a pit. It was pretty annoying, and I apologize for anyone who got this exit without. Now, I get the power up here. I don't really need it, but I'll show you why in a second. I have fallen down there, and one time I thought it was no use, but you can get out of it if you throw the springboard up. In this engine, you cannot climb with the thing. I wanted to show that you can in fact jump in there with a power up because it's possible and stuff. I made it that way. I made sure it was. So here's just like a little place of Palooza with like little sections of life farming that aren't even existent in this engine. I just thought would be funny and stuff. The music is not a reference to Raukau, it's a reference to my own damn video. Some of it is, some of the text blocks are, but the music is definitely a reference to my own VIP video, the one right before I did all the Boone's Mechanical Mansion. That video, I did the bees first, and I started singing the song. It's from Final Fantasy VII, by the way. It's a nice song. It's the Ninja Girls theme, and the theme outside here is from Mega Man X4. I don't know why, but when you're big, you can actually dodge that guy. When you're small, you have to hit him on the head and probably will die. As you can see, I'm not getting the midpoint. This is why this level took so long. That used to be impossible to get past with a power-up. I guess I never tested it with a power-up. That section with the thwomp, I had to make it a little lower. This section's kind of annoying also. I used to have a boo there. I do not anymore, because it basically makes this part impossible to do with keeping a power-up. So here I'm not really sure what that water's for, because it's easier just to do that. Or at least I find after a while of playing this Dragon Coin. The Dragon Coins were put in after the fact, so that's why they're kind of dumb and stuff. Yeah, you can do it. I have done it, just not in this run. So anyways, there's a fish here that despawns a whole lot. Sometimes you can kick them when you're on top of them. Sometimes that doesn't work. This engine's kind of weird with fish. I've run right into that fish. I've killed him and died at the same time, and it's really freaking annoying. The time right before here, I had 2 ghosts following me, and then they all died, which means I cannot get the last Dragon Coin. So this is just like kind of an underwater, used to be a throne room type place. A really neat concept for it, I find. Oh man, we're speeding up time. this took me a good 2 minutes to pull off. This did not take me this long in testing, and it was also harder to get through, because you see that secondary ledge there? It used to be the height of where the springboard is, and I got in there like the first try when I was testing it. But when you have the rest of the level on your mind, yeah, it's not something that's good to have going on, so I made that a little easier too, and that's about really it for the changes. I think I said everything. But yeah, it used to just not be the reward for the last Dragon Point. This is basically a replica of an Anakitty stage. Yep. And I made that platform there so we would fall, but I wanted to use that thing from Super Mario Bros. 2. It was very weird here. I don't know why I used airship things there, but I think it's pretty cool. The jump with the thing, with the springboard, why do you, like, suddenly catch air and, like, rise up higher than you think you should? I find that the weirdest damn thing. I used the stars for some reason. I could have swore I fixed that because they wanted leaks, but I used it because I thought they said they wanted the stars, but they were actually just referring to the thing. Now, just to